Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. So last time out, we got to Arboria. We found out that the place that we need to go to, the first forest, which is where the pedestal is, so that we can get to Yggdrasil, is right behind Arboria. And so this is what we're doing now. We're heading off through the first forest to reach the pedestal so that we can make our way to Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life. But first, time for exploring. So yeah, this is basically a reskin of an earlier monster. Basically, this is Mastodon. Love that name. And essentially, this is just a reskin of the Colossus that we fought earlier on in the game. Basically, I think it has all the same attacks. I don't think it's any more dangerous either. Basically, it hits pretty hard, and it's kind of a damage sponge to a certain extent. But yeah, it's really not. But it's just basically a recolor of the Colossus from earlier on in the playthrough. So now we've got to explore a bit. There's some sparkly spots for us to find, and there's a couple of chests. Spellbound bow, and of course we've also got a couple of side quests that we need to complete in order to finish off this. There's a couple of side quests we need to do before we head on up to Yggdrasil. So yeah, this is a Jowler. Basically, why did you do that, Veronica? But basically, the Jowler is basically this pretty much the same as the boss enemy that we fought in Sniffelheim. You know, we fought him alongside Hendrik. It's essentially a slightly weaker version of that, which is just turned into a regular enemy inside the first forest. Different colour as well. It's like green and red, and I think it was like a blue and purple. The one that we fought, the boss one anyway. But yeah, I think in terms of this area, I think we're pretty much done in terms of the new enemies. At least in this section. Tom, go back. Go back. Pick the sparkly spot. There you go, buddy. There's another area for us to go to. Where am I going? Alright, I kind of got lost here. Okay. So yeah, there's like a little bit of a underground tunnel thing here. And we have got some new enemies. Huzzah. Fuck you. Look, liquid metal slime. Kill the bastard. Ah, you fucker. Okay. So the fruity succubat. Succubat. Yeah, that's right. Basically, reskin of a similar enemy from earlier on. Oh, and there you go. We can now make zombie swords, which is pretty useful. It's a pretty good weapon to have if you're using single. If you're using one-handed swords, it's pretty good. But yeah, the fruity succubat. Basically, the only difference I think is it has dark magic and it doesn't have the ability that the previous bat enemy that we faced had, where it could charm you. I don't think it can do that. It can only, but it can cast dark magic, Zam. So it could probably cause you a bit more damage, but it's not that hard of an enemy to take down, in all honesty. I know we fought one of these before, but I thought I'd show off the living statue again. Hits hard and is tough defensively. You know, takes punishment, but that's about it. So let's go all the way through here and see if we can find anything else. Oh, look, a chest. Isn't that nice? An ethereal stone. I believe that's just used for crafting. Okay, so we're done now. Fuck you. I don't want to fight you. Alright, so I think we're done with this first little floor here, so let's move on to the next section. It's kind of split up into multiple different sections. So you have like the ground floor here, which has split up into 2 different areas. No, sorry, I'm talking out my ass. There's like an outer ring, an inner ring, and then the innermost ring leading up to the pedestal. Sapphire, nice. You can sell a sapphire. You can sell the sapphire, or you can also use it in crafting. So yeah. Right. So now we're moving on to the next section. Sorry. So yeah, this is the next section. Kind of a one little. It's kind of the next inner ring. And there's a good checkpoint, so yeah, it's a good thing to use your... oh, chest. What's in the chest? Enchanted stone, nice. But like I was saying, yeah, it's best to save up and rest up at both of the campfires that that are available in the first forest, just so you know you can fast travel. It's just to guarantee that you can fast travel whenever you want. Just makes everything a bit easier. So what I'm doing first is... Okay. Manticore, baby. These sucky bats tend to show up a lot in the inner section. Yeah, the Manticore hits like a fucking truck. He also gets 2 attacks off, so yeah. He's a tough little motherfucker, I'll tell you that. Yeah, heal. Heal. Heal me. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. It can use that ability then. Can use that ability. I was talking out my arsehole. Infanticore, that's what it's called. Again, I think we fought this earlier as a boss type enemy, from what I remember. And this thing has 2 attacks. Basically, the thing about it is that it's defensively pretty strong. And it has 2 attacks, and it hits fairly hard. Gets a decent amount of criticals as well. So it's a pain in the arse in that respect. But it can't give you any status effects, and it doesn't know any magic. So it's actually fairly easy to deal with. But we're staying on this ring, the second inner ring, for a little while, because this is where we can find the first item that we need, Stump Chump. Not Stump Chump. Where we can find the thing that we need for the first side quest. Yeah, Stump Chumps are pathetic. Don't really do anything. Again, recolor of a previous enemy, and they're not any stronger, I don't think, than that enemy, and we fought that much earlier in the game, so just ignore it. You don't need to fight him. And you want to go... Is it there? No. Yeah, I'm kind of messing up here. Okay, where do we go? Yeah, I remember it took me a little while to find it. Boop. Pick it up. A bell cap. Shit. Almost fell. Yeah, this is me thinking, can I go up there? And it's like, no. Okay. Fine. Fuck you. So, I think at this point what we're looking for is we're looking for a set of mushrooms. These kind of green kind of toadstool looking things, which also have like a gold sparkly spot on them. So that's what we're kind of looking for at this moment in time. I think you have to go... That's not it. There it is. It's yeah, basically it's all the way to the right on the second innermost section. We've got red kale. So now that we've got the red kale, we can actually complete the side quest. However, we've also got the second side quest to do, and the best thing you can really do here is just continue forward. And these are the enemies you're looking for. Fright bulbs. Sprite bulbs, sorry. Fright bulbs are the ones that you're looking for, which are kind of like basically a rare enemy encounter when you take on the sprite bulbs. So yeah, sprite bulbs are actually fairly weak. Go down fairly easily. The one thing they do have, which is kind of a positive and negative, is that they have this ability where they shoot a load of pollen into the air and that heals everybody around them. So yeah, it heals all the enemies. Pain in the arse. But what it also does is it also heal you and your party. So if you're low on health, you know, attack a sprite bulb and then... yeah, that's right, sprite bulb. Attack a sprite bulb and let them just do whatever the fuck they want. And let them stay alive, and they'll use that ability a fair bit. So makes it fairly easy, you know what I mean, to fight these guys. So if you're low on health, they're actually a pretty useful enemy to encounter. Blue dragon, similar to the other dragons that we fought up against. We faced off against the green dragon. Same kind of attacks, really. And there it is. That's the fright bulb, I think it's called. No, white bulb. There you go. It's not white, though. The white bulb has a lot. And I mean a fucking lot of HP. I'm kind of doing this the wrong way, because here we go, it's doing it. So I've now healed us, but it's also healed its mate. So no, I use Serena for healing. Yeah, so the white bulbs actually hit fairly hard, and they've got that attack which can knock somebody over, which is really fucking irritating. And I don't know why I'm continuing to do this. I'm being really fucking stupid. It's better to just get rid of the sprite bulb first, because then you get rid of his ability to heal the white bulb, which will make this fight just last all that longer. But doesn't matter now, he's down. Yeah, it took me I think a good 15 to 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah, about 15 to 20 minutes to find one of these pricks. They are fairly rare. I think they are wisteria seeds, which is the other thing that we needed. I think they're a 10%. I think their spawn rate is like 10%. So yeah, they are pretty rare, but still, you know, 20 minutes. You know, keep fighting these guys, and there's plenty of them around. So you know, took me a good like 20 minutes, half an hour. If it's bad, if your RNG is bad, it could take you up to an hour at most. So it's no big deal. It's just a bit of a pain. So yeah, once you get to, because we're now near the top of where the Sorry. We're near the top, which is where the pedestal to put all the orbs is.
So, we'll finally be
And so once we get close to this top bonfire, a campfire, sorry. Once we get near to this top campfire, which is just right underneath Yggdrasil, we get this little cutscene. We get this cutscene which kind of plays. Can't avoid it. And I think it does make sense that Rab would be absolutely knackered at this point. He's a bit of an old git. You know, not as spry as he used to be. Good old Rab.
Yggdrasil looks so magical.
And we get a bit of music
Strange to think that each of
from
our leaves is a leaf on
Serena.
those branches.
Veronica does have a instrument,
And it's really like the
but
old man said. There's some kind
but
of
she says
heart
that
in there all life
she
comes from.
never learned to play. She just kind of has it as like a
When someone
memento,
dies, the leaf withers and falls,
because I
and
think
their soul
the
returns to the
instruments
heart.
that they've got,
When someone is born,
Serena's got a harp
the
and
light
Veronica's got
blooms on one
a
of the branches.
flute, I think. I think they're supposed to be like
I suppose it won't be long now until we
heirlooms
find
from
Do you
that
think
belonged
we can
to
keep him? We'll go back to how
Serenica,
he
who
once
is
was.
the sage who helped the great hero
Oh,
defeat evil and save the world.
you play an instrument
Speaking
too,
of which, there's the
Veronica?
flute.
Huh?
Yeah, I think she says it here.
No. The High Priest gave it to me. He said it would help us.
There you
It
go.
belonged to our ancestor, Serenica. She left it behind in Arboria, apparently.
Yeah, okay. It was that one in particular which belonged to Serenica, and that the high priest basically said, "Take that; it'll be useful on your journey." And no spoilers, but yes, in the second, the final 2/3 of the game, it really does become really fucking useful. But you'll see.
We were born at the same time, so our leaves bloomed at the same time, didn't they? Do you think they'll fall at the same time too?
Yeah, then we get this little
I don't
cutscene,
know.
which
They've always
is
been a bit slow, to be
an-
honest.
interesting scene, I guess. Because
But I hope they do.
with Serena bringing up, do you think we're gonna? Basically, do you think we're gonna live together until we pass? And I like Veronica's response of like that quiet kind of catty kind of. You've always been a bit slow, to be honest. So I kind of like that line. But yeah, it does feel a little bit kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? That scene kind of feels very kind of as if it's possibly setting stuff up for later. But we'll have to find out later. Join me next time for the next part, when we're going to be finishing off those 2 side quests, and we're going to be heading up to the pedestal so we can make our way to Yggdrasil. So yeah, see you next time.